We're recording? Alright, cool. Alright, so hello. Basically, man's back, Mr. Noah Adeoye, aka the Bartender. I'm back to tend to some more bars. So I just had a feeling, right, that I'm in a good.
Saying it was an overhyped verse, but that
1 second. I just had a feeling that I'm in a good trend right now, right? And I don't want to lose the momentum. So while I'm still active before work, um, I don't want Kendrick Lamar to catch me out because it'll piss me off. So I would rather have all the disses done, and then I can go back to doing random stuff, random songs for you, and then if Kendrick Lamar ever gets his self in a mood to respond, then we can cover it. Until then, I just want to make sure that I've tried my best to cover everything. So um, I've been asked to do a breakdown of what has started this issue between Drake and Kendrick Lamar, and I have basically not. I haven't been following it that much because obviously I got shit to do as well. However, there's a very excellent YouTube channel, Pancho. You can see it right there at the bottom. He's done a brilliant job in explaining the quick tidbits of what happened, right? So what I'm gonna do now is just for an update. So far in chronologically, Kendrick and Drake have been shooting shots at each other for 10 years, but nobody ever officially hit each other back. Then Drake drops first person shooter featuring J. Cole, where they're basically like, big as the war, big as the Super Bowl. Hang on a second, I need to. I'll keep talking, but um, the last video was a bit too loud. Yeah, that's why. Yeah, okay, alright, okay. Slightly. Okay, cool. So basically, um, so then there was first person shooter, which is Drake featuring J. Cole, where Drake and J. Cole are basically saying there's a big three, but they feel like they're number one individually in their own respective ways. So then Kendrick Lamar comes out with Like That to basically go at Drake J. Cole to say, hey, well, motherfuck the big three, nigga, it's just big me, nigga, whatever. So he goes at them directly. So then Drake responds with push ups. However, Kendrick didn't respond, and as of today, it's been 14, 12 days since Drake dropped. So Drake did something that he had done previously. He did something he had done previously, but this has caused a lot of controversy, and I'll get into this video in a sec. It's just 2 minutes, but basically Drake dropped another diss. It's a playful diss. I'm going to react to it just after this video, but it's a playful one. He basically uses AI, which is meant to be like a very taboo subject in hip hop and the music industry, because a lot of people are naturally scared of the effects AI will have on creatives going forward. So as you can imagine, is for the biggest artist in the whole music industry, well, the whole rap industry is not Taylor Swift. For the biggest artist to use AI directly on a diss track for the first time in hip hop history, it led to a lot of talk. It led to a lot of talk, and 1 second. It led to a lot of conversations. So basically, Kendrick Lamar is from. Alright, I'll just go like this. I'll start with this because if not, I'll be all over the place. Alright, thank you. Let's watch together.
Alright, people, hope you're all doing well today. I'm not doing too bad myself. It's your favorite Mexican raincoat here, and today we're breaking down the updates to the Kendrick and Drake beef in 1 minute. So, Kendrick Lamar dropped a diss towards damn near the whole entire rap game in 2013. He went after Drake, ASAP, J. Cole, a few other names, but most importantly, Drake and J. Cole. And that one verse started the whole damn beef. So then J. Cole drops a response to the Control verse saying it was an overhyped verse, but that shit doesn't matter because they stayed friends for like a decade plus.
So if you see this picture here, I think I have to stop it from time to time just so I don't get so that they don't strike my video. Apparently, at the moment, Russia, you're not allowed to react to music videos in Russia because of the whole Ukraine thing. The world, man, politics. You don't realize how much it seeps into stuff, but anyway. This picture is from a time when there was strong rumors that J. Cole and Kendrick had a joint album coming. It's never gonna happen.
After. The Kendrick and J. Cole fans are deep into their theories about what's really going on, but they can only guess. They are just Redditors. Then out of nowhere, Anita Max Win drops first-person shooter mode with J. Cole, where Jermaine was claiming the throne of being the best.
So this is a few lines from the first-person shooter. So yeah, them boys had it locked, but I knew the code. Lot of niggas debating my numeral, not the 3, not the 2. I'm the UNO. Yeah, you see, so J. Cole constantly, like I said, he was like, I'm number one, until somebody bit back and then he ran away.
Best rapper. If we're keeping it all the way real. What? Cole's been rapping about this stuff for a decade plus.
Oh God, the best rapper alive.
Real ones know he's been puffing up his chest. So then Kendrick took first-person shooter mode as a threat and dropped his verse on the song Like That by Future. So then J. Cole played along with the beef that really isn't about anything, but everybody was happy because we got good music. So then J. Cole dropped his diss, but then he took it back and apologized. And since then, J. Cole has dipped from the beef completely. He's out. At least it seems that way. But then a few days later after the apology, a Drake diss track started floating around on Twitter and Instagram, and at first people thought this was AI, but then people realized it was the real deal. And on this diss, Drake dissed Kendrick Lamar, Rick Ross, Metro, The Weeknd, and Future. Now, I'm not gonna lie, no glazing, he clutched a 5v1, bruh. Real ones have been waiting for this Drake to come back. So then he just dropped it. But I guess one diss track wasn't enough, just like the back-to-back days, and he dropped another diss track last night called Taylor Made Freestyle, where Drake raps as AI Tupac and Snoop Dogg to diss Kendrick. And this is just max level disrespect, because Tupac and Snoop are Kendrick's idols. So now we are all looking at Kendrick like, bro, what you about to do? But all we can really do is wait. Maybe Kendrick has something cooked up to win the beef, or maybe Drake will take the dub off those 2 tracks, but who knows? Shit, I'm just glad we're getting good music. If you want to see more of these summaries, feel free to subscribe to the channel. And
all right, thank you very much, Pancho. I appreciate. Thank you for letting me use your video. All right, so Taylor Made Drake. So this song has officially been, I hope the context helps, but Taylor Made has officially been removed from Drake's Instagram and Twitter because so here's the history behind it. Kendrick Lamar famously has a song throughout Kendrick Lamar's To Pimp a Butterfly album. Bro, why is this owl dude always looking like just looking square in the face, bro? All right. So Kendrick Lamar has always given homage to Tupac as a West Coast legend, right? Kendrick Lamar is from West Coast, Compton. So on Kendrick Lamar's most critically acclaimed album, To Pimp a Butterfly, he has this constant thing with Tupac where he uses Tupac as if him and Tupac are having discussions throughout the album, right? And the famous line is, I remember you was conflicted. And so he starts the album with that line somewhere in the beginning. And as the album goes on, he expands more and more on that concept. He's talking to Tupac and trying to imagine how a conversation between them would happen. So Kendrick Lamar has always seen this as Tupac. He's always seen himself as sort of the person that the torch was passed down to from Tupac. Snoop Dogg is also a West Coast legend. He famously was on famously on stage at the Super Bowl with Dr. Dre, Eminem, 50 Cent, and Kendrick Lamar, just to show you like a family tree of Dr. Dre's artists. So people have always just assumed Tupac and Snoop Dogg are sacrosanct. They are untouchable. They are Tupac, they're Kendrick Lamar's people. However, Drake has now come out and dropped a freestyle diss record. This is not a very serious diss record. It's more of a tease. It's more of a mocking. Like how do you explain it? It's like saying to somebody your hero would be disappointed. Like J. Cole saying, "I let Nas down." So it's like if Drake was beefing with J. Cole and he rapped a verse in as if he was speaking as Nas, but then he uses AI voice. He uses an AI voice automation thing to make it as though Nas is rapping. but it's actually Drake. But this has been controversial because people don't like AI. I don't personally know that much about AI in music, so I don't know the ramifications. I know there's some, but we'll talk about it on another day, inshallah. So people are not liking the AI thing. They think it's a low blow because Tupac is dead. They're like, oh, this is disrespectful. How low will Drake go? However, Snoop Dogg seems to be in support of this because at this time making this video, Snoop Dogg has not only reacted twice and none of them have looked in any way, shape or form like he was caught off guard or he's upset. He's now, after Drake was sent a cease and desist by Tupac's estate to remove the freestyle because whatever, Snoop Dogg has actually posted the deleted freestyle on his Instagram. So what does that tell you? Now, there's a whole conspiracy. It's not even so much of a conspiracy where Snoop Dogg a few years ago bought the rights to Death Row Records, which used to be Suge Knight's record label, which housed Snoop Dogg, Tupac, DOC, and Dr. Dre at some point, and a few other people. People believe that part of those rights also includes Tupac's likeness, which is probably being shared between Snoop Dogg and Tupac's estate. I don't know how true that is. There's a lot of other things Joe Budden and others have been getting into. I don't know nothing. However, just from a musical point of view, I appreciate the trolling of taking somebody's heroes and mimicking their voice, because everybody, including Drake, is trying to convince Kendrick to drop, but the boy won't drop. So he's done this. I'm not going to make this one too long, so I'm just going to go through it, but I think you need to hear this. All right, so this is the song.
Illuminati does rise again. You can see it in my eyes again.
That's Drake, by the way.
Kendrick, we need ya, the West Coast savior.
Alright, so you see, you can already tell what the vibe is. He's using a Dr. Dre type beat to do this, like as if it's old school Tupac is rapping. So it comes in, Kendrick, we need ya, the West Coast savior. He's saying in a Tupac voice, is just mocking.
Ain't great in your name and some hip hop history. If you deal with this viciously, you seem a little nervous about all the publicity. For this Canadian light skinned dot.
So now, in this situation, a lot of us who are familiar with Eminem 8 Mile, we recognize that this is, as much as it's a joke, this is Drake's attempt to do the 8 Mile thing where he says, okay, here's all the negative things you could possibly say about me, so I'm going to say it for you. So here he says just some negatives that have been in the news, so he's like, oh, come on, he's a bitch, he's light skinned, come on. The Joe Budden podcast said he was, he takes underage girls, weird stuff. It's just weird, but yeah.
We need to know the baby West Coast victory, man. Call him a bitch for me. Talk about him liking young girls, that's a gift for me. Heard it on the Budden podcast, it's gotta be.
Alright, so that's basically Joe Budden came up with a theory where Kendrick Lamar is going to use the underage thing as now Drake has officially not been accused of doing anything salacious or weird with underage girls. However, he does have a weird habit of texting, like it was Millie Bobby, where he texted her to say, hey, we should hang out. Now, I have to let you know, some cultures do have this thing where they're quite free with the adults, especially in powerful positions, mentoring and hanging out with the kids or the younger ones, because they just, I don't know, they just have this, it's their way. This is probably how a lot of these issues happen. Because why is a parent so free with that? But anyway, that's how some of these cultures are. I'm not saying everybody.
They told me the spirit of Machiavelli is alive, and a nigga under 5'5", so it's gotta be you. I would beat the whole fucking game. It was me and Snoop Dogg, had my fucking shirt off in the House of Blues. K, you gotta fuck this nigga, girl, he gotta get abused. All that shit about burning tattoos, he is not amused. That's jail talk for real thugs, you gotta be you. Gotta leave this motherfucker broken and bruised before we really lose. You asked for the smoke, now I seen you too busy for.
Okay, so if you listen closely, you can tell that this is not Tupac's flow. But this is like, so he says you ask for the smoke, now it seems you're too busy for the smoke. I won't lie, the people confused. So this is like mimicking the conversation and chatter online, where a lot of people are like, they're confused. They're like, okay, Kendrick came out with like that, he attacked Drake, fine, but why is he now backing off when Drake has responded? So Drake is trying to like play on that concept, like, yo, Kendrick, come on, even your hip hop savior, even your heroes, Tupac and Snoop Dogg, they're asking, through AI, why aren't you releasing?
For the smoke, I won't lie, the people confused. Now you about to get this shit another week and fall back to homegirl, but run the numbers up, I would've refused.
Okay, so homegirl who's running numbers up, can anybody guess? Alright, it's Taylor Swift. So basically everybody is scared of Taylor Swift. She in her first week for her new album, The Tortured Poets Department, she sold 2.5 million copies first week. So just to tell you, that's everybody's older sister. So Drake is being funny because he also skipped a drop for Taylor Swift a few years back.
For these industry relationships, she not in your shoes. You supposed to be the boogeyman, go do what you do. Unless this is a moment that you tell us this not really you. In that case, there's nothing left to say, I just pass it to Snoop.
That's you. What the fuck you really?
By the way, this is probably one of Snoop Dogg's best verses ever. Snoop Dogg should have been hiring Drake instead of Jay-Z back in the day to ghostwrite for him. Did you know this? Jay-Z has written a few hits for Snoop Dogg. I think one or two. There's songs that you definitely know. I feel like I'm literally talking to the... Alright, there's songs you literally definitely know. I can't remember the song right now, but Jay-Z famously wrote Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre's verses on Ain't Nothing But a G Thing or something like that. But anyway.
You got to do. Passed you the torch at the House of Blues, and now you got to do some dirty work. You know how to move, right? Right? I know you never been to jail, orange jumpsuits and shower shoes. Never shot nobody, never stabbed nobody, never did nothing violent and no one. It's the homies that empower you, but still, you gotta show this fucking aisles. Who's boss on the west?
I'm a wordplay fanatic, I have to, even though it's corny. So Drake says you gotta show this, well, Snoop Dogg in Drake's voice says you gotta show this fucking owl who's boss, because, corny.
Now's the time to really make a power move, cause right now it's looking like you writing out the game plan on how to lose, how to bark up the wrong tree and then get your head popped in a crowded room. World is watching this chess game, but are you out of moves? That you know the DOG never fucking doubted you, but right now it seems like you posted up without a clue of what the fuck you about to do. Yeah, that's the truth.
Okay, so this was weird the first time I heard this, because you're listening, you're like, what the fuck? I'm being trolled, and suddenly Drake jumps in from nowhere. And okay, that's definitely Drake's voice. But yeah, so he's replying to Snoop Dogg's verse.
I'm definitely about to come around the Lang Gang and let my fucking bow.
Alright, another one. Lang Gang. Does anybody know what Lang Gang is? Okay, so in England, Lang is buff, is beautiful. So a Lang Gang would be beautiful girls, a team of beautiful girls. But here is like Lang is... Kendrick Lamar's new record label is called PG Lang. And at the moment it has Baby Keem, amazing artist, signed to it. So he's referencing Kendrick Lamar's venture, saying he's definitely, exactly what it says on the screen. I'm not saying that.
I'll move, shitting on you niggas from a whole different altitude, high up in the sky like I'm Howard Hughes. The first one really only took me an hour or two. The next one is really about to bring out the coward in you.
Okay, so here's where we come back to that early gossip I said in the last video. There's a lot of people who believe that Kendrick Lamar had a dynamite waiting to unleash on Drake. He was waiting to go loose. He was going crazy. But then he heard some references Drake made in the previous song, and he started to realize Drake might know some information about his private life that he doesn't want other people to know. When you get into a rap beef, you have to be sure you're clean. You have to make sure that anything your opponent can bring up against you is something that you're very not happy, but you can live with, right? So then I think a lot of people are saying Kendrick has then gone home and is like, okay, let me rearrange, look at this, look at that, figure out what he knows. So that's why when Drake says the next one is really about to bring out the coward in you. So that's like, whatever I'm gonna drop, bro, I'm gonna disgrace you and your family.
But now we gotta wait a fucking week, cause Taylor Swift is your new top. And if you about to drop, she gotta approve. This girl really about to make you act like you not in a feud. She Taylor made your schedule with Ant, you out of the loop. Hate all you corporate industry puppets, I'm not in the mood.
The irony of Drake saying he hates all the industry puppets. But yeah, this is kind of funny if you think about it. It's like, this is such a strange way to goad somebody. I've never seen this before. I've never, in my time, who the fuck, how old am I? In my time, listening to hip hop, I have never seen something like this. Like, it's been disrespectful. This is not that disrespectful, because Tupac said, "That's why I fucked your bitch, you fat motherfucker," and a lot of other disrespectful things, you know. But this one is just funny because it's like, I know for a fact Kendrick Lamar is him, and when I say he's him, I mean he's great. So I know for a fact Kendrick Lamar has fire. Drake knows he has fire. So Drake is trying to be like, hey bruh, I know you have some fire, but I'm gonna just use private information and disgrace you. So if you're going to do this with me, make sure you're ready.
I love it when you niggas talk loose like I'm not in the room. Since like that, your tone changed a little, you not as enthused.
Sounds like a therapist. Since like that, Kendrick, tell me what the problem is, Kendrick. I mean, since you released Like That, your tone is changed. You're just not enthused, Kendrick. Your heart's not in it anymore. It's like there's an older brother talking to a little brother. It's like, nigga, get the fuck out. What do you mean you're just not enthused, bro? Tell me, Kendrick, what is wrong, really? You're scared of Taylor Swift, so you don't want to drop a diss track, Kendrick? I'm disappointed in you, Kendrick, and in Snoop Dogg and Tupac.
How are you not in the booth? It feel like you kinda removed. You tryna let this shit die down. Nah, not this time, nigga, you following through. I guess you need another week to figure out how to improve. What the fuck is taking so long? We waiting on you. The rest of y'all are definitely involved, y'all getting it too. Soon as you get the courage to drop, I'm out on the loose. On the loose. Yeah, shout out to Taylor Swift. Biggest gangster.
The second he says shout out to Taylor Swift, that's my cue to stop this video, because I don't know what kind of power that woman has, nigga. I ain't trying to get in trouble. I'm just joking. I don't know if anybody cares that much. But before I go, I'm going to show you Snoop Dogg's reaction, just so you see the context of people are confused. On one hand, where is it? Okay, on one hand. Okay, so
Snoop Dogg has reacted to Drake.
So on one hand, no, it's this one, yeah. People are saying this is disrespectful to Snoop Dogg and Tupac's family. On the other hand, this is Snoop Dogg's reaction.
Using an AI replica of his voice for his new song. Drake recently released this, was very witty and used it. This song is yet another thing that's made Drake go viral in a week full of moments where all eyes in the world are on him. And now Snoop has reacted to Drake using his voice in the song. Snoop did this in an Instagram video minutes after the song came out.
They did what?
What?
When?
When?
How?
How?
Are you sure?
Are you sure?
Y'all have a good night. And to all, a good night.
Now, watch this. See what he does? See what he does there? Oh, it's okay, wait. So, see what he does there? After doing that, which clearly shows that he doesn't give a fuck, he pans to the death row jacket. That tells me personally that he's implying he is given permission for this. He's implying, like, I feel like Tupac's estate is acting out of turn because they're the estate, but I think Snoop Dogg gave permission for this. Because why would he then pan to the thing and say, alright, good night?
Y'all have a good night. And to all.
This nigga's high as hell.
Everybody calling my phone, blowing me up. What's going on?
there you have it. So yeah, that is my reaction to the Taylor Made Freestyle, another Kendrick diss. But also I have presented a short video at the start just to give a bit of a background to the Kendrick Drake beef, and I've also concluded by showing you a bit of Snoop Dogg's reaction. Because a lot of people are not allowing this Drake entry to count because of the disrespect. But if the people you think he's disrespecting support it, Tupac is dead, but rest in peace to him. But if the people he's disrespecting, they're actually in support of it, then is it disrespect? And it changes the dynamic of this, because then it's like, I don't know. I have to think about it a bit more. But anyway, that has been another episode of The Bartender. I tend to the bars for you. Thank you very much. Tune out. Peace.